I found the green shoots for you and for me. Now, all the time at the moment, we're hearing about green shoots, and I actually had to look and find out what's the definition of a green shoot. And apparently it's the sign of a recovery or growth. And I think a lot of Kiwi people at the moment are hoping for these green shoots. And we all know that hope isn't a strategy, but I recently saw a line about how Kiwi are looking for green shoots to build confidence. Now, I like the idea of better days coming, but I love the idea of ensuring that better days are coming for all of us. So I went looking for some green shoots, and I reckon that I have found plenty for you and I to get stuck into. So this is for action takers only. If you're not an action taker, if you're a complainer, a whinger, a blamer, excuse, deny, that sort of person, go and find the next video because this one will not be for you. This is only going to be for people who are willing to take control of their life. And how we know there are a lot of people these days that aren't willing to do that. And unfortunately, life's probably only going to get trickier because no one is coming to save us and nobody is going to plant the green shoots for us. You know what? Maybe I'll get us one. Here we go. For those that don't want to take action, there's a green shoot just for you. The green shoots are coming. So let's get stuck into the first one. Make another $10,000 a year. I made a video at the start of this year, how to make an extra $10,000 in 2025. It's very, very simple. You can work through it systematically. You will have $10,000 easily in the next year if you want it. But you could probably do this in 90 days as well. I saw a comment yesterday, $70 is hard to save at the moment, let alone $700,000, when somebody found somebody's ATM slip and they had $700,000 sitting in their transaction account. $70 is not hard to save. I know that that can sound privileged and all of these things, but that person's got 700K. How did they do it? We don't know, but they believe that it was possible. If you believe that it's hard to stack $70, it's going to be. We've got to look at the world more abundantly. There's $220 billion sitting in New Zealand term deposits and savings accounts. So don't fall into the trap of thinking that $70 can't be saved. There's $10,000 in every single one of you in the next 90 days. The video is called How to Easily Make 10,000 Views. Check it out. You're 5 months behind. Go and find that one. Get stuck into it. It's a principle approach you can apply at any time. The next one is put money back into your back pocket. Now, I made a hour 12 presentation called 2 Ticks You. Search for that, 2 Ticks You. It's a webinar from Keep the Change. It's an hour 12. Oh, an hour 12. Yes, an hour 12. You'll waste an hour and 12 on TikTok or some other bullshit platform this month alone, probably even today or even this week. So spend it figuring out all the different ways that you could put more money into your back pocket. The next one is the Kiwi Dad put together a guide on what it actually costs to parent here in New Zealand. It's a fantastic guide. It's about 8 pages long. 8 pages? I don't have time to read 8 pages. It's 7, don't worry. It's only 7, not 8. There you go, another green shoot for you. Step 1 is simply grab the help that you're entitled to. Step 2 is what's the little bundle going to cost you? Step 3, the smartest ways to save money with a baby. So if you're thinking about having a baby or soon to, or you are a parent, there's another green shoot for you. Bloody beautiful. Ah, smells so shooty. Anyway, the next one, little bit confronting. Audit your bank statements the last 90 days. Oh, how do I do that? I don't know. Go to your internet banking and download your bank transactions for the last 90 days. Now, your spending will show what your priorities are. I know that's confronting, but what you spend your money on actually shows what you prioritize. So be honest about what you prioritize your spending on, because your bank statements reveal what your priorities are. Maybe try not spending for a 7-day period. Maybe spot your automatic payments that are going out and have a think about which of those are to debt. Why are you in debt? Do you need the things that you purchased with that debt? If your spending isn't in line with your priorities, change your spending. I told you this one was going to be tough. You're going to actually have to do the work. You know, it's not Luxon's here to save you or Hipkins next time he gets back in. Sorry. I reckon you can probably save yourself with a number of these green shoots. So come on, let's get going. Whilst you're in here looking at your bank statements, let's remember 2 million credit cards. There's 2 million individual users of credit cards in New Zealand and 940,000 buy now, pay later users in New Zealand. 42% of people have multiple buy now, pay later. Your spending might reveal that you have weekly automatic payments for debt repayments, right? As a lot of Kiwi people do. No shade, but just think about it. Do you have automatic payments for investing? For your future? For your children's future? For an inevitable emergency? For an emergency for your pet? You don't. Why not? Why did you make sense of automatic payments for the debt dealers, but not for your future? Only you can answer that. But for a second, let's just imagine that you don't have those payments to Gem, to buy now, pay later, to credit, to Q card like myself back in the day, the finance repayments. What would your budget look and feel like? This was inspiring for me back in the day when I was clearing my debt, as I would think about what's my budget going to look like when I don't have those automatic payments going out, and what am I going to do with that money? I found that weirdly, incredibly exciting and motivating to keep going. Because when you're trying to clear 15 grand of personal debt to Westpac, it sucks balls every fortnight to ring them and say, hey, can I please decrease my credit card by $500? That's all I did for 26 fortnights, 13 grand gone. And even when I got to the end of it, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'll cancel that card. What are you doing, Luke? Cancel the card. What was exciting on the other side of that is what I could now start deploying that money into, because I'd already allocated it to the debt dealers prior. Once I cleared the debt dealers, I could start pushing it towards my future. That's when the real growth happened. So that's the second part of being excited about clearing debt, is what you get to do with the money that you typically had allocated to that debt. So spend some time imagining what that would feel like to actually be able to do that. What would your budget look and feel like? Now, for a lot of Kiwi, and myself included back in the day, our slack in our budget is probably already committed to the debt dealers. And that's why we have these debt repayments. And do you know why I know that? Well, A, because I've been there, but B, because that's why they lent you the money in the first place. If they didn't think you could repay it back, do you really think that they would have lent you the money? No. They analyse your budget and your ability to repay, and they go, oh, I reckon they've got a bit of spare in their budget. You know what we'll do? We'll give them this shit, and then they've got to pay us back for it. And then you become one of their customers and you just move into that cycle. You're one of the debt dealer's customers, and on it goes. And then you get the next offer from them. Oh, you're now eligible for more credit. Oh, longer repayment terms. Oh, interest free. Oh, $100 back for every $1,000 you spend. And you just live in the arms of the debt dealer. So be very, very careful. But they know who can and can't afford to pay these things. That's why they have so many customers, because they're assessing what's that you have in your budget and like, yeah, okay, we'll take that. All you got to do is just swipe this, tap here, have some of these things that you probably don't even really need. Now you're a customer of ours, and it's going to be very hard for you to get out of our hands. Buy now, pay later wasn't even a thing that long ago. Now 940,000 users. Seriously? Do you know many other businesses that have scaled that quickly? These businesses know how to get the slack out of your budget and allocate it to their goals, not to your goals. Allocate it to their goals. They're getting rich off of the back of you. So have a think about what it is that you're paying for that maybe you don't need to be paying for anymore. Because the danger is when you allocate all of your slack to the debt dealers, you've got nothing left. And so you say you live paycheck to paycheck, but really you've created paycheck to paycheck by having to pay the debt dealers back because you signed up to their services. Anyway, let's carry on, because I do get passionate about that one because I spent so much time in that chapter of my life. Sell some unused stuff around your house. We always bang on about this, but maximize this green shoot, okay? Use the dollars from selling the shit around your house that you don't need. Not this, I need this to do the green shoot video, don't I? Use it to clear your buy now, pay later. Oh, now it's a double green shoot. I need a second one. Okay, because then what it does is it allows us to actually use this cash to then free up cash in the future. So we take, let's say we've got $1,000 worth of stuff that we sell around the house, and then we pay back the buy now, pay later. We cut that up and we never use it again. Now you don't have to allocate those payments to buy now, pay later each week. So now you get to deploy them towards something you want. Investing, your future, your children, your goals, an emergency. Makes sense. So sell what you don't need around the house and deploy it and double up on that green shoot. The next one's review your subscriptions, and it's a very similar thing. Bin what you don't use. Redirect that cash that you would have paid for those subscriptions to clear debt or to save for your future or for an emergency or something that's more beneficial for you. Seriously, have a look at how many subscriptions you have. Do you even use them? Do you need them? Is it helping you? Is it moving you forward? Is it creating more good for your life? Well, then set up your own subscriptions. Investing, putting more money into KiwiSaver, saving for your kids, getting ahead on phone bills and all these sorts of other things. You direct your payments. Get in control of your subscriptions and set up your own ones that are going to benefit you. The next one is screen time. What? That's not a green shoot. Yes, it is. Because it's an opportunity cost. Every time you stare at this screen and you're stuck here looking at your phone, scrolling and trolling. Oh, look at that comment. Oh, look at that comedian. They're so funny. Oh, an hour went by. That's an hour that you could have watched Two Ticks You and find how to put another $5,000 back into your household budget. That's how you become somebody that learns how they can make some money, make $700 so you can save $70, and you don't start thinking or believing that it's hard to save $70. We've got to break some of these internal beliefs that we have, and a lot of it comes from the shit that we're consuming on these screens. So be very careful of your screen time. Check what's stealing your attention, because attention is your opportunity cost. You might have 5 hours a month that you could then put into something else. Side note, on your subscriptions, which came before this, remember that a lot of those are paying for you to then sell your attention to something else. And that then helps the advertisers on the other side of that. So not only do you spend your money, you then stop being able to commit it to something else, but then you spend your time and you stop being able to commit your time to something else, and then the whole thing snowballs in the wrong direction. And then you say things like, oh, nah, I better get the most out of the subscription. Yeah, I better watch my 9th hour of Netflix or bloody Hulu, Zulu, Amazon Prime this month, you know. Seriously, you could have put that time into your goals, into something that's actually going to help you. So that's a hell of a green bloody shoot. Be mindful of the opportunity costs that you create through your screen time. The next one is mindset. Huh? What do you mean? Well, you got to get around growth, okay? Because I shouldn't do that. You got to get around growth because your financial journey depends on it. Who's financially ahead of you, or who can teach you? Who can you reach out to? Who can you talk to? You know, maybe you need a mentor. Maybe you need somebody in another part of the country that's doing really well, and you can learn from them and find out what are they doing. Someone who's further down the path, someone who's done what you've done. Talk to these people. Kiwi people love helping other Kiwi people that are aspirational, okay? There's a lot of complaining coliseums on Facebook. Oh, my life's so hard. Oh, you don't understand. Oh, my identity is this. As a this person. Oh, I didn't have this. That doesn't help you. It keeps you where you are. It keeps you stuck. I'd rather find people who have had a shit upbringing, who have tough times, who have been through adversity, and sit there and admire them and go, wow, that's crazy what they've been able to do. I've got an able body. I'm thinking, well, I'm looking good. Yeah, I am looking good. Why can't I be doing something? What am I doing? Okay? Stop filling your mind with these complainers that live all around us. Get yourself out of those Facebook groups. Get yourself away from those people. Look for people that are going to drag you forward. The final one is a food swap each week. Have a think about one less meal that you could purchase out. Maybe even one extra home-cooked meal turns into hundreds of dollars a year saved. What are you going to do with that $100? You should know by now, because you're now thinking about, okay, where would I deploy that money? We've got to be intentional about this stuff. This one's not glamorous, but it's still a green shoot. I believe it is. Hopefully. What have we got there? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 9. Okay, 9, 10. I can't even count. I should, because I'm an accountant, award-winning chartered accountant, and I can't even count. But anyway, are you getting it? The green shoots don't just show up by accident. They grow because you plant them. So please, plant some bloody green shoots into your life. Stop waiting for things to get better, for the media to tell you it's going to be better, for the next government change, for the capital gains tax, whatever it is. Don't then hijack this whole thing. Oh, here's the capital gains tax. I better freak out and do nothing. Come on, like, you've got to tidy up some of your thinking. And if you don't have green shoots in your thinking, have a serious question to yourself of why not? What stole your green shoots? One stage in your life, you were creative, you thought that you could be anything you wanted, you were keen, you were eager, you were hungry, you were ready to roll, and you let society or something pull you down and take away all your green shoots. There's plenty of good stuff that you can be happening in your life if you want it to. Maybe I'm over-optimistic. Well, it's better than being over-bloody-pessimistic, because I tell you what, that it's just not a good way to live. Anyway, stop waiting for these green shoots to happen. Start planting some of them, and remember that they take time as well. Maybe it does take you a year to make $10,000. Maybe it takes you 6 months to make $1,000, but maybe the second 6 months you make 20,000 or the 10. You know, don't give up. You've got to keep moving forward. Try and learn, and then once you learn, you earn. So, because like it or not, I think we've still got a long way to go in this economic contraction. We're going to be constantly like looking for green shoots and hoping that they turn up. And in all that time, we're waiting and we're forgetting that we could create some for ourselves. So again, I like the idea of better days coming for you, but I love the idea of ensuring that better days are coming for you. Which one of these green shoots will you get started on? Let me know in the comments. Get stuck into it. You've got it in you. I know you do.